So this is a group of guys from OneHive Genesis and the OneHive Genesis Alpha clan family here to talk to you about how recruiting works in our family and to try to give you a general perspective of the clan. Right now, there are 3 clans in the system. Genesis is the head of the clan family. Alpha is our Town Hall 8 and primary tryout clan. And Step 1 is our first level tryout clan. And so in order to get the discussion going, my first question to you guys is how can new players who want to join us find their way into our family?
And in order for anybody who's interested to join our Genesis Alpha family, the way that it works is that they have to go to our website, onehivefamily.com, and basically just fill the application form. Once they fill the application form, we will receive that and you will get a response within 48 hours. You either going to get a rejection notice or you're going to get an email stating that we liked your application and that you're not put on our waiting list and would look forward to having you try out for our clan. Um, do not apply in game. Is stated in our clan description to not play in game. Basically, if you fill an application and then we see that you try to apply in game, saying, "Hey guys, can you please check my application?" It's just, it's more work for us, and it basically shows us that you're not really paying attention and you're not following directions, and that's not the type of players that we're looking for.
So what do they do after they get that email?
Once a prospective member receives the you are on the waiting list email, um, they have to reply back to us stating that they are still interested in joining Genesis and Alpha. Once we receive that reply from them, basically they're going to be then put on the waiting list. They're going to be in the waiting list for approximately 3 to 5 days. At that time, when a spot opens for you to be able to try out, we will be sending another email where it contains the instructions and password to join our auditioning clan, which is step 1. And we understand that once we send that email, there are going to be some people who are in current wars with their current clans. And we always get this question: "Hey, I'm in a war right now. What should I do?" We want you to respect the current clan that you're in, and we want you to fulfill the commitment to them. And so go ahead, take care of your attacks. And once you take care of both of your attacks, then you're welcome to come to step 1, and using the password that was provided to you in that email, you're welcome to then join. But again, I just want to state it clearly: make sure that you fulfill your commitment with the previous clan and finish both your attacks, and then you can go ahead and join our auditioning clan, step 1.
All right, so you guys mentioned Step 1. What goes on in that clan and what comes next?
So step 1 is kind of the area where we take all the applications that we've gotten, take the ones that can know how to write an application, then sort out the good attackers from the bad. We look at a whole bunch of things in our step 1 attacks, and we do watch every single attack, I promise. And we just kind of look for and see who is the ones who can move up and succeed in Alpha and Genesis. So we watch every attack. It's not just about how many stars you get. You can be promoted if you don't get exclusively 6-star. And even if you get 6-star wars on Go Wipe, you're not necessarily going to be getting anywhere. So we look at things ahead, how you plan, how you break apart the base, whether or not you're able to account for every possible variable. And then we just take the holistic view of the player, also accounting things for activity. Are you active in chat? Are you frequently donating troops? Are you uh, farming at the same time? And then things like, are you a jerk or are you a nice guy? Are you friendly? Are you helpful with the other recruits? And once we kind of sort out who's who and who's doing well, who's not, we decide, okay, we'll move you up to Alpha or Genesis.
And then once you're moving, what happens in Alpha and Genesis? Who goes where and what goes on?
Hi guys, it's Darth Nubis from Alpha, and basically if you're at Town Hall 8, you go straight to Alpha, where that's pretty much where you'll live, until you move to Town Hall 9. As a Town Hall 9, you also come to Alpha, but after a couple wars, if we see that you're doing well, we'll push you up to Genesis for the rest of your tryout. As a 10 or an 11, you go straight to Gen for your tryout, where you'll deal with the higher end wars and stuff there.
Cool. So players get a pretty good taste of being in a high-level war clan. And they get to participate in arranged wars. Can you guys tell us a little bit what arranged wars in the Genesis clan family are like?
Hey guys, Triggerman here. Yeah, the the arranged wars are very intense, evenly matched wars that we usually do on the weekends. Just to test ourselves against other competition. Very, very, very competitive wars. Gets intense. I really enjoy the usually come down to the wire, especially against these solid clans that we do face. And in these wars, we have on caller app, very organized. We use Discord. Nice thing about it is, it's free for everybody. Has the voice, incorporated into it. Like I said, for free, as opposed to some of the TeamSpeak apps and whatnot use our charge for free. And so half the clan uses the voice, half the clan uses Sketch, and just post it on the text chat. We have no preference, just whichever's better for you. Voice people usually use Twiddler, just real time, post the picture and talk about it over voice. And like I said, it's just very intense. It's a whole new level of wars compared to anything you honestly will face in a random search, and it's the reason I play the game, to be honest.
So far up to this point, we've talked about pretty intense, focused, directed efforts at moving people up in a really efficient way and evaluating them and then getting them into these really intense contests that are the arranged wars. Do you guys get to do anything fun in the Genesis family that is just pure, let your hair down, relax, that kind of thing?
Hi guys, it's On a Bender here from Genesis. Basically, to switch it up, we do the arranged wars, as Triggs mentioned. We also do social wars, where we basically just team up and do a scrim, and we put a bit of a flavour of the month on there, pimps and bitches, and just anything that keeps it fun. And you say where you can let your hair down, and it's not as intense due to these arranged wars. There's a lot of intense planning that goes into them, and we just need a break from time to time. So this is what we do. We're just starting something new. It's going to be Hijacker Clan for a social. So just pick someone out of Global or something like that and rock on over there and fill the clan up with as many as we can and hit the search button and give the guys that get a chance, give them a little bit of exposure, and hopefully it can help build their clan, and we can all just have a non-pressure, friendly war. We've weighted the clan up, and we tend to get very competitive matches during the week as well. So it's good to keep hone your skills and keep on point. But yeah, we definitely need to let our hair down every now and then. We're human, and we have fun carrying on and taking the piss out of each other on Discord and all of those sort of formats that Triggers mentioned.
Noob, can you tell me a little bit about what the war environment is like in Alpha?
We only do farm wars in Alpha, but if you are an Alpha member, you can be sent to do, arranged wars on the weekend with Genesis if you're doing well. But we take war very seriously, and as a recruit, you need to follow direction and go along with how we plan things out, and in order to become a core member.
So one thing I think we might have forgotten to cover a little bit is how you know when the tryout process is done and what it means to be kind of a long-term member of the Genesis clan family. Is that something you guys can talk about?
So basically, once you prove that you can plan like we do, help out, you get along with everybody, and you can 3-star with some regularity, you'll become a core member. And basically that just means that you're not in trial process anymore, so you can let your hair down a little bit, not a lot, because you still need to be serious. But that gives you a little more responsibility. You have to help out with tryouts and help them plan, show them the way we do things. So every it goes right up the ladder, so everything can't fall on just the elders or the code. Like it has to trickle downhill.
That's actually awesome. Let's wrap it up, guys. Can somebody give me a summary of what the clan family is really looking for in a player, and what's our vision for the clan system? Kind of a cohesive idea, what makes us a family, and why we're a good family to be a part of.
Yeah, Bender again. Look, we're looking for just people that are hardcore gamers, mobile gamers in this case, obviously, and just people that want to be in the family. A lot of people think that Alpha's under Genesis, and well, to a certain extent it is, but you'll get just as competitive wars there as you will in Genesis. A little bit tougher in Genesis, but we're just looking for people that they've got humility, they're a good fit, they can have a laugh, can take a joke, because whatever you joke with, it'll always come back at you. So yeah, just someone that fits in. It's just one of those things you get as a human being, a gut feeling on someone. So might be beast in SO and then come in and they're arrogant, and that just sort of doesn't fit our demographic of what we're looking for. Basically, we've set out to be one of the top fair play war clans, and I think we're doing really well. Alpha's supporting, along with SO, auditioning people, and just we want to have an open classroom learning environment. We're not going to teach you from a Town Hall 5, obviously, to a Town Hall 9, but you need to have those basic fundamentals, and we'll definitely help you polish your skills with just some, good information along the way. And we've got an open classroom learning environment. And we have fun on prep days, joke around, and then we just flick the switch and get into it on war days. And we're all hungry for the 3 stars and overall a win for the clan. So our find people with like-minded thoughts and go from there.
Thank you guys for listening. I hope these answers were informative. And if Genesis sounds like the kind of place that you'd like to be, or if Alpha sounds like the place that you want to finish out your time as a Town Hall 8, go ahead and fill out the application at onehivefamily.com, and we'll look forward to seeing you in game soon.